Welcome back to our how-to series. Now that the inverter is installed and the RZ profile is set, let's commission the drive. For simple conveyor tasks, and if you don't need to change anything in your RZ settings, you can use dip switch S3 on the MOVISUITE Flexible. You can find the motors for which this is possible in the MOVISUITE Flexible manual. First, make sure your inverter is safe to work with and remove the front cover. Then set the dip switches according to the startup table in the product manual. And then reapply power, and the inverter should run with the predefined parameters. This works well in combination with a keypad to set the RZ address on the inverter. It does not work if you plan to use the MOVISUITE, as the MOVISUITE needs to be installed at least to your first drive via the MOVISUITE.
When you need further settings or the MOVISUITE, use our engineering software. To do so, first off, connect and scan the device in MOVISUITE. Now you can open up your inverter settings and use our startup wizard. The startup wizard will guide you through the whole startup process. Here you have to enter the motor data. If you use an SEW motor, you can use the editing by nameplate. Now type in your motor nameplate. In these steps, you can also optimize your drive and load your MOVISUITE. In this case, we'd add the RZ local motor starter drive, MOVISUITE. After you're done with your startup, you can do your optimization in these tabs. And when you're done with these, you can finish your startup. Now, as usual, you can adapt your drive's behavior to fit your application. For example, you can define operating mode and fixed speeds, and map your digital inputs and outputs, and configure your STO behavior. Don't forget to, in the end, save your project.
If you have multiple drives that have identical settings, you can copy your parameters after the first commissioning with MOVISUITE via a handheld terminal. For further information, refer to the CBG21A manual. After commissioning the first inverter in MOVISUITE, you can export the parameter set directly to your CBG21A keypad, and then move the keypad to the next inverter, import the parameters, and then set the correct RZ address. You can repeat that step for all identical drives. 2 quick tips: export before running your motor startup if you plan to use the file with different motors, because otherwise the motor-specific data is also copied. Also, you can connect the CBG keypad with your laptop to change file names and organize them in folders. Overall, commissioning can be as quick or as detailed as you need. You can use dip switches for simple setups when being able to avoid the need for a laptop, or you can use MOVISUITE for full parameter control, and then the combination with the CBG keypad for cloning multiple drives. Always choose the method that matches your workflow best. In the next video, we'll wrap up the series with final system checks to ensure everything runs safely and reliably. If you need help during startup, SEW-EURODRIVE is only a call away.